Hi, this is Lisa from Dress to the Nines Golf, your go-to place for everything ladies golf fashion, product trends, and lifestyle. Today, we're going to talk about apples and oranges. And that's not about fruit, ladies. That's about the difference between products. Apples and oranges. When you think something is, it might not be. Today, I want to talk about a product that I talked about during my holiday gift giving guide, and that is a beautiful towel seat cover for the golf court. I suggested to you that this would be a fabulous gift for under $20. In fact, the seat cover, let me show it to you, beautiful patterns, was $15.29. Over time, since I purchased this, I want to show you how it wore. First of all, it frayed. You can see here, and the armrest that the seat cover goes over really stretched. The fabric faded, and it got very dull in terms of how it looks. But you can see, even on the other side of the armrest, it is stretched out and has some fraying here as well. So what I want to say is I think it was a great buy for $15.29, and I used it a great deal, washed it a great deal, but there is a product I want to show you if you are looking for longevity, high quality, and beautiful patterns, and that is the seat cover from Birdie Girl. Let me show you this. It looks like a tote. Beautiful fabric, and it is available with universal golf cart seat cover availability. It has a dual design which provides water resistant on one side for hot summer days when it's raining, and fleece on the other side when it is far cooler weather. In addition, it easily attaches to the golf cart seat. I will tell you that it is very practical, and you do make a fashion statement with a seat cover. As I said, dual-sided comfort, water resistant on one side, and fleece on the other to give you some warmth and comfort. It has a compact carrying case, effortless attachment to your golf cart. It's machine washable, and let me give you the fit. It is 53 inches wide, 31.5 length, with a 13-inch armrest opening. It's made from 100% polyester, and it is, at this point, I think, a great buy. You know I love Birdie Girl because it's a women-owned, woman-founded company, and it really does offer you some great options when it comes to making a fashion statement on your golf cart. So, apples and oranges, ladies. You have one great deal. I would give the Amazon seat cover a par. Great value. It lasted me a pretty long time for constant washings and constant usage. Birdie Girl, she gets a birdie because it is high quality, longevity is in her future, and beautiful fabrics as well. Talking about apples and oranges, let's talk a little bit about Tiger Woods. I made such a fuss when I gave you my honest review of Tiger Woods' ladies' garment, particularly the polo shirt, long sleeve that I bought. I thought for the price of $120 and the minimal branding that you got, little fashion statement that is made by the Tiger Woods ladies brand, I really struggled with spending $120 on the shirt. But let me show you what I'm talking about. Give you some follow-up thoughts. First of all, here is the Sunday Red tag inside the collar. On the back of the collar, you see the red line, and that's the branding for Tiger Woods. And then there's a tiger right beneath the collar. And other than that, it is a plain black polo. Other than the button, and you have to look really carefully, there is some red stitching on the button. I made a fuss because I was like, this is crazy, $120 for a plain black polo. Well, I have worn that polo regularly, and I will tell you, there is a difference between making a fashion statement and having a performance shirt. That polo shirt is a shirt that I grab constantly because it gives me really good moisture wicking when I'm sweating. And remember, I live in Florida, so lots of heat in the day. It also is great comfort, breathability, and stretch fabric. So in looking back on what I had to say to you, I will tell you it has high performance and a high-end look. Found it to be very comfortable, did absorb the sweat well, and at this point, I would give that shirt a birdie. Good going tiger. Really comfortable, smart looking, and my go-to shirt for some time. So apples and oranges. You're not going to compare it to one of your sun protection shirts like Sun Soleil or Joe Fit, or a shirt that you would find in Dick's or Golf Galaxy or another golf store. This is really a high performance shirt, not to be compared with the typical fashion shirt that you might find elsewhere. Apples and oranges. Before I close on my follow-up on the Tiger polo shirt, I do want to offer my condolences for the loss of his mother. I think as women, we all recognize that when you have a highly successful individual, there's usually a support system behind that recognizes the strength and the skills that are soon to come for the rest of the world to see. But moms always see the sparkle inside a child before anyone else ever does. Finally, I want to follow up on a review I did for hand candy. I had also suggested the hand candy glove as a gift, and the links for the gift giving guides and the products that I mentioned from my prior reviews I'm going to include here below. But I want to show you, this is the hand candy. This is the packaging that it comes in. And one of the beautiful things about hand candy is that the ball marker that's attached to the glove, they give you an extra one, and it matches the glove itself. So I was just oohing and eyeing about this glove, ladies. Well, I ordered the size medium. It came and it was a little too loose for me. In fact, I showed you how loose it was. Not terrible, but I really needed a size small. So I contacted the company, and without any problem at all, they shipped me my size, sent me a label, so I returned the other glove, and off I went, and I did use that glove. Well, my friend Jocelyn ordered the glove in a size small. It came, and that was too small for her. It wasn't very comfortable, and she needed the medium. So I would tell you, be really cautious about the size that you order. I would also tell you, similar to my comments about Tiger's shirt, this glove is a fashion statement. It looks so pretty. Look at the pattern on it. Really lovely. And what I really loved about this glove, particularly, that's the finger. I love the heart on the finger. But ladies, it's not a performance glove. When I'm playing golf, I really want to give my best at getting a decent score and doing my best in elevating my game. And I'm sure you do too. I found this to be a fashion statement and not a performance glove. It didn't give me high stability. It was really slick and slippery on my grip. And if I compared it against a FootJoy or TaylorMade glove, I would say apples and oranges. One's a fashion statement and the other is a high performance glove. So just want to be mindful of the difference between the two. Well, that's it for me today. I want to tell you, I really appreciate you subscribing and elevating our brand on Dress to the Nines Golf. And also, if you could like this segment, I'd appreciate it. Remember, I don't receive any compensation from my product reviews. This is strictly my own personal opinion, sharing them with you. I have loved the game of golf as a way to get me a seat at the table as a former CEO and chief HR executive, and I hope that the game of golf helps you in your career and personal journey as well. Thanks for joining me today, ladies.